So everything becomes cheap in capitalism because as something becomes profitable, there's more competition that enters the space, and that makes things cheap. So whenever you have something that's like chronically expensive, like in our society, it's usually because there's some element of market failure, right? And where does the market failure come from? It usually comes from like government policy or some sort of cartel. So if you take like, let's say like medicine, right? How do you make doctor visits cheaper? You just increase the number of doctors. It sounds really simple, right? However, there is a cartel called the American Medical Association that controls the amount of doctors that exist in society, right? And they control like our access to like medical education is actually like very, very restricted because of this cartel. And as a result, we can't have more doctors because they want to cap the number of doctors to make sure that the existing doctor pool gets paid well. And that's kind of like makes sense. Like that's what their constituents are. So, and you see this in Korea, there was this massive protest because their version of the American Medical Association wanted to increase the amount of doctors, but all the doctors there didn't want to because that would make, their pay less, right? So the solution is always just like more liberalization, more capitalism. That's how you solve a lot of like market failures. But the problem is we can't have that because you need to like become a board certified doctor, you have to go through the American Medical Association. So the market failure exists because we have a cartel, not because of just like inherent like capitalist forces or whatever. The solution is always just more capitalism.